Hey everybody, so I am just gonna make this little informal video. Haven't brushed my hair, such as toddler life. But I want to get you started with assignments for week one on Instagram. So I think a great place to start would be to talk about your why. So why did you want to learn how to do Instagram in the first place? Like for the obvious reasons, right? Because it's the number one marketing platform in the world. It's the number one free marketing platform in the world, and it's the number one social media platform in the world. Um, so it's just a no-brainer when it comes to this new world post-pandemic and running our businesses so much easier because we've got the algorithm working for us. So we just have to understand that. So first, let's talk about why. So for me personally, I originally started Instagram because I was part of a workshop and the teacher only accepted submissions through Instagram. So I had to start posting on Instagram. That was a lot of fun and I was able to understand Instagram through that. And I was like, okay, well, now I need a following. So I talked to my friend who had a big following and he said he hired a business. He hired this company and it's $60 a month. And I hired this company like for a trial. They did my account for 3 days, but he had this company that just regularly he paid $60 a month, and they went through and would like follow a bunch of accounts for him and then unfollow them like a couple days later. So you probably know about the follow and follow method because a lot of people employ it every day. You probably get followers that unfollow you an hour later, 2 days later, whatever it is. Don't do that. It's bad practices and it just doesn't work. But in the beginning, I really thought followers were what mattered and I really wanted people to follow me. So I had like 200 followers at that point, and I like got the free trial with that company for 3 days, and it worked. They got me followers. But they're not targeted followers. They're not the followers I needed as much as they tried. So now I'm actually going through a lot of my followers and removing them as followers because they're just not relevant. They don't engage with my feed and they're bringing down my overall stats. And Instagram will push my content to more people if I can get that number down of people that don't engage. So, okay. So in the beginning, my why was vanity, right? I wanted to look like a legit photographer that everybody thought was amazing and followed. So I really focused on that. I focused on engaging. I was just really all over the place. And the biggest reason that my account grew, there's a couple reasons, but number one was because when my daughter was between the ages of like 6 and 10, her and her best friend were just constantly doing amazing things in the neighborhood. So I'd be working inside, I'd hear them like giggling by the creek. I'd run outside with my camera, snap a couple pictures, and it was always quintessential childhood, like beautiful images, like very authentic. And I would post like 3 times a day. So I was really documenting her childhood. And this was for me. I wasn't like really working. I wasn't using Instagram for business. It wasn't about that. And I just got picked up by a lot of feature feeds and I got a lot of followers just because it was just a really fun feed, but it was totally different than what my feed is about now. So now my why is I just after the pandemic, I feel so connected to other women because of Instagram. Like there's women in real life that I know that I was just acquaintances with, and then during COVID, I've become very good friends just through communicating with them on Instagram and keeping up with their day-to-day lives and their kids' stories on Instagram stories, right? So, and they feel the same way about me. And then there's even tons of people like I've met you guys in real life, but even before I met you, I felt like I knew you, right? And this community of women is so important to me. So that's a big part of my why. I also love teaching, and teaching makes me so much better at what I do. which I love that too. And I really love what I do. So getting more eyes on what I'm teaching, because it takes effort to put that in, to make my teaching material. So getting more eyes on it. And then some other whys are like, I want my art to be seen and appreciated and loved. I want to be acknowledged by the photography community. I want to make connections for the future. I want to leave myself open so that whatever I want to dream up in my life, I can do. Like this year, I don't know if you guys remember, but I was like, I'm going to learn how to travel for free. And I did it. I got several free trips, and I know exactly now how to get free Airbnbs, free airfare. Like, I know how to do it all. And that was through Instagram. I did it all through Instagram. So it's a powerful thing. So let's hear about your why. What I want you to do this week is get on stories, or you can be creative and make a reel. But I think a lot of it has to do, like a lot of Instagram is about building the trust, like, know factor. So trust, like, know, trust, like, know. You'll hear that over and over again on Instagram. You're building trust, like, and know. And how you do that is by showing up with your face. So Kelly, you have no problem with that. And Christy, I don't know if I've seen you on with your face on stories. So I would challenge you to get on stories this week and talk about, not why you want to learn Instagram for business, but maybe just talk a little bit about your why for photography in a way that your clients will appreciate and want to watch. So, for example, just get on stories and do like a 15 second slides, just saying something like, I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys why I love being a photographer, because I get to communicate the passion and joy and love and beauty I see all around me. I get to communicate that visually and try to spark a little bit of that emotion in other people and bring a little bit of that joy into their days. And that to me is bodhisattva work. It's like very compassionate, like giving back work. So that's a big why for me. So get on stories. I will do it and give you an example. And I want to hear your why. Okay. Hope this was helpful.